turns 18, immediately I see the link in the bio. I'm seeing her promote that job. I'm like, God damn, I never ever thought in my life I would see this woman make it. YouTube, the age of addictions. See me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really got an addictive personality. I don't be addicted to things, bro. But I know a lot of you niggas be addicted to gooning. We'll get into this video though.
Addictions have always been a thing in this world, and it's inevitable people get them. Each generation has had a different set of ones affect them more compared to the next. Boomers were more addicted to cigarettes and alcohol, being the victim of the tobacco industry and having them pay off doctors to say things like this.
You know, this night work's kind of rough, isn't it? That's right. But a Camel's always a pleasure.
Yes, folks.
In my opinion, the niggas that ball up every day, smoke that gas, sweat that ganja every day, yeah, my boy, you're addicted. I don't care if you tell me otherwise. All them niggas always on some, nah, bro, I swear I could quit. I swear I could quit. Okay, go ahead and quit. Nah, but I don't want to though. My nigga, you're addicted. Every day, you're addicted.
The pleasing mildness of a Camel is just as enjoyable to a doctor as it is to you or me.
But hey, it's all good. They made it for that stress by beating their millennial children for asking them to get a toy. Millennials and Gen X are more addicted to alcohol and prescription drugs, and also posting the most cringe content you'll ever see on
perks and
TikTok.
shit.
I guess that's what happens when you were the victim of the generation that would beat you just because. You know what?
Grown-ass woman, by
if
the
they're
way.
having fun on their side of the internet, I'm happy for them. And of course, we end up with the dump of all that, which is Gen Z. But I think we're kind of different because before you had to do a little more searching in the past generations to get that addiction. You know, like have the money to buy a cigarette or alcohol. But now because of the digital age, it's made it almost impossible for Gen Z to not have an addiction.
Yo, I think the biggest addiction Gen Z has these days is being addicted to this corn, bro. Yeah, 100%, bro. Cause you see a girl like Sophie Rain on your junk. Stop. Let me stop. No, I'm playing though.
The amount of people in Gen Z who just have an addiction casually and we act like it's normal is kinda insane. We were the first test group of the internet's effect on a younger generation, and now that everyone's on the internet 24/7, like 90% of people have an addiction
because of the internet.
So I want to talk about all the ones that are getting pushed and more amplified with us, I would say. And we could start off with food. Okay, food didn't start with us, and Gen Z isn't even the fattest generation, but because of online ads and social media ads, it's very easy to push. We haven't even paid attention to the thought of how many food delivery apps we have. Bro, growing up, I remember the
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I go crazy on the motherfucking DoorDash, bro. Hold on, let me just boom, 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 boom. I think that's just all in the same month.
Delivered to your house was a pizza. It would be late night, and if you were craving something and didn't want to drive to an actual physical location, your ass had to order some Domino's or Papa John's. I know it had to suck working at one of those places back then though, because the amount of prank calls that would go viral on YouTube of people just trolling them was astronomical. Like this channel Ownage Pranks used to go A1 back in the day. Bro would spout the most stereotypical racist accent to a worker and ruin their day. And you don't even need the delivery apps anymore. If you just download the fast food apps, they get it delivered for you. You know, you got your
On my grandmother, if I see a nigga rocking the McDonald's app, I might have to smack the fuck out of him. Hey bro, you want some food though? Yeah, I got this McDonald's app. We get some large fries for like $1. The fuck did you say to me, my nigga? Just boom, just one quick one. Like, nigga, you're big as hell, bro.
Chick-fil-A's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Food, Chipotle. Wait, what? Yeah, believe it or not, that was a real delivery service app.
Nigga food?
I wonder how such a family-friendly thing could violate Apple's terms of service. And if you download one of these food apps, you could save like half your costs by using them. They make it easier than ever to get big backed because they'll give you the best deals ever that for.
Yo, what do you guys think they got on? What do you guys think they got on that ninja food? That ninja food. What do you guys think they got on that ninja food? I mean, let me know in the comments what you guys think they have in that ninja food.
For some reason, they don't offer if you don't order on the app. And quarantine at my biggest backers, I was trapping off that McDonald's app, getting a free large fry with a $1 purchase. You got with 2 million McDonald's points who order basically every day for the past 4 years. At that point, do you get to meet Ronald McDonald or something? Because that has to deserve some type of reward.
My nigga, that nigga's heart is gone. eating McDonald's every day, bro, once you hit 30, you're going to that nigga is going to be in his bed just suffering to get up every morning. McDonald's every day? Yeah.
Biggest influence for food nowadays though, because how many times have you seen a food spot on TikTok and it's near you and you think to yourself, well damn, now I gotta try it to see what the hype is. With traveling nowadays, everyone's go-to when looking for food is going to TikTok to see what the people are saying is the best. I always think how insane Keith Lee's come up was, and it shows how big backed we really are, because he quite literally will go to a food spot, give a review, and all it takes is a God damn, that's good. And the whole restaurant is fully booked up for the rest of the year. That's not a diss either, by the way, you know what I'm saying? We F with Keith Lee over here. And then you got those mukbang videos that became popular where they're eating gargantuan masses of food. I learned that some people—
Why do niggas take so much credibility from a person though? Like, oh, let's see what's good. And you go specifically to Keith Lee. And you think, oh, this nigga likes it, I'm 100% gonna like it. Because I definitely have the same taste buds as him. I mean, I don't know, that's just me though.
People watch these because they want to feel like they're literally eating the food, but their stomach can't take it, so they watch someone else do it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. I just get sick and want to yak out a car window after.
Nah, them Muslim niggas, bruh. During Ramadan, I had like a bunch of Muslim friends, bruh, and I sometimes I wouldn't fast with them because like, nigga, I'm trying to eat my food, bro. Now look, they'd be like, yo, Davion, go ahead and eat that. Like, I wouldn't like eating around them because it's like, I feel like that's kind of crazy eating around a nigga that's fasting. They're like, nah, bro, go ahead and eat that around me. I just want that second hand. The fuck you mean you want that second hand, my nigga? You have a nigga staring you down, watching you, eyeing you down, just while you're eating that. Whatever you're eating, like, nigga, that shit's uncomfortable, bro. Let me eat in peace, gang.
If you eating like this, you dead ass abusing your stomach wall lining. Next, we got vaping. For all the people who watch me and vape, I just want to let you know you're bigger than the vape. So do me a favor and put it down for your health now and your future. And pick up a cigarette like a real. I always find it so insane that our generation was bombarded with PSAs about smoking and the harmful effects of it. Everyone ended up thinking we wouldn't be affected by it as much and be a much more healthy generation, until they released flavors with the name Mango Cherry Freeze and Fortnite carts that—
Yeah, I actually can't deal with niggas that be vaping, bro. I can't lie. If you come, like, how are you a grown man coming into my room smoking that watermelon splash? Nigga, I'm going to go ahead and escort you out my crib. Nah, bro. And then on top of that, bro, if you take a vape away from a nigga that uses, like, an active user of a vape, them niggas start tweaking. Where my vape at, bro? Where my vape at, bro? Nah, bro. You took that shit, gang. Like, nigga, you're twacked out right now, my nigga. You quit tweaking out, my nigga. You can live without that shit, bro. You've done it for the past, like, I don't know, 14 years, because I know these niggas be, that shit was getting pushed at us when we was young. I can't even lie. Talk about some, oh, it's flavored. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in grade 8, I wanted to get one. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and get a no-neck one, but that's tough. I get to flavored air, nigga, that's tough. I'm so happy I didn't get myself addicted to that bullshit, bro. Because that's an extra expense, that's a dumbass addiction, bro. Real life.
That no one knows the origin of to change minds instantly. I knew our generation was going to be the most addicted to it when I would walk in the school bathroom and casually see two in a stall with clouds of smoke coming out of it. And you'd have some dude on lookout paying attention to the sound of the jingling of keys to tell if a staff member was around or not. Then they start fumbling around and waving the smoke around to try to hide it. I didn't even know how bad it was at first though, until I found out kids in elementary school are doing it too. As a kid in elementary school, where the fuck are you getting the money to even afford that? Are you selling your rare Fortnite skins or something, then ordering them on eBay? According to statistics, 3.5% of middle schoolers in America vape as well. Low-key, we gotta bring back those scary anti-smoking ads. Because I remember when I was a kid being terrified of the thought of smoking. They would show the diagram of a healthy lung versus smoker lung, and I would have nightmares for the rest of the week. And no, you can't quit at any time. If you're somebody that has to sit there and reason with your friends like you're making a deal on Wall Street that you can, then let me introduce you to the last stage of grief: acceptance. It's okay to accept the fact that the rest of your friends are gonna live amazing amazing, willing full lives until 80, 90, or 100. And at 40, you're gonna drop randomly in your kitchen after those mango cherry freeze chemicals reach your heart. And weed smokers, where y'all going? Cause y'all ain't safe from this either. In general, I think out of a weed smoker and vape smoker, the weed smoker is usually more healthy. Mainly because the product doesn't have mysterious chemicals imported from a factory in Beijing. Nowadays though, they be lacing the hell out of that weed, so I don't even know about that anymore. You could be picking up what you think is some regular Zaw from your local dealer, and it ends up being laced with fent, raccoon, and pee. The most annoying thing about weed smokers is they do the same thing as vape smokers, saying they can quit at any time, but they'll also argue with you saying it makes them more productive, and they'll bring up successful people that do it as an example, like
nigga, oh God. But I know someone that is, bruh, and they've been trying to quit, and they on some, okay, I'm gonna stop smoking, I need to get my lungs right, bruh. My health, I could tell my health is getting fucked up, my sleep is getting fucked up. Give it 2 weeks, and them niggas is still back to, yo, you wanna, like, nigga, are you dumb?
Like, I don't know, Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa. The person saying it though, 99% of the time is never productive. Like, you ask them what they did through the week, and it's take a shower once, rage on Valorant, goon to Sophie Rain, then smoke 7 times. If you're not one of those productive people using it, then you can't say it. And you'll also never be as productive as someone sober in that time. It's so bad, you got who will work the whole week, then half of their paycheck is going to some rolling papers in that flight duck pack. I think the reason why the rise of addictions and smoking weed is because it's so easy to access nowadays. They got whole apps meant to deliver strains to people, and you can go on Snapchat and casually see 10 dealers in a 1-mile radius. Back then, people were scared of getting caught, especially when the internet wasn't a thing. Plus, it was a lot more penalized, so people didn't take the risk. Next, we got gooning. I already made a whole video on this, so we don't gotta spend a lot of time on this. But the algorithms nowadays, more than ever, are meant to fuel horniness. Like, have y'all ever opened your Instagram feed or TikTok feed and they're literally throwing it in your face? No.
Yo, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you niggas. If you guys are getting like girls twerking or booty shaking on your IG or your TikTok, my nigga, that's because you engage with it, bro. I do not get any of that shit on my TikTok, none of that on my IG reels, none of that on my YouTube shorts, bro. I don't really get that shit, but niggas be talking about, bro, I be scrolling, I be trying to like scroll past it. I don't even like them. My nigga, one of my boys told me, he's like, yo, shit, bro, I always became booty in my shit. I don't even be liking it. My nigga, you be watching it, though. Bro, the app clocks how much you watch the video. And it's like, oh, yeah, we gonna keep showing this nigga that shit, bro. And then this nigga's, oh, okay. And then your right hand just slowly starts creeping down. You're like, shit. You know, let me go to, and it just routes you to another website, and you know what goes on from there.
No matter how many times I click not interested, it doesn't work. I think they have the button there just for fun. The best platform I see optimized where I don't see it is YouTube.
He just exposed himself.
The algo was built brick by brick. It still happens though, trust me. Like, somebody watching this probably got some freaky AI chatbot ad. But on Instagram and TikTok, they purposely don't listen to me. I just want one person to do some research on these algorithms and see if they got a horny piece of code written in there. A lot of people also talk about why were we so sexual at a young age, which is kind of true, you know, when I think about it. It's a mix of things. One being the internet, although it's not as bad as now. Like, a Gen Alpha kid with unmonitored access in 2025 is probably gonna win this corn at the age of 7. Probably a mix of us looking at these Disney stars when we were kids and thinking of some freaky. The crazy thing to me was the shift of how OF stars and corn stars were perceived. Back then, I remember when a girl got leaked, it was the worst thing to happen to her life. Like, her whole sacred temple was exposed to the world. Or just somebody ousted as doing that line of work. They would never want that info out. But nowadays, if you see a link tree in that bio, it's like a Russian roulette of if you'll see an OnlyFans link or not. It's just a casual thing now to see someone naked online. Never in my life growing up I would think someone I went to high school with would start one, but I'm about 0 to 3 wrong, so.
So let me tell you, right? There's this one girl I had a crush on in elementary school. I just ended up becoming friends with her because when you're in elementary school, for me, like, I was in like grade 1, grade 2, like, what are you gonna do with a girl that's your crush? You're not gonna do nothing. You just like her. It's like, oh, I like her. So, but I was cool with her. Like, I was friends with her. I'd go to her crib sometimes. We'd swim, go in her pool and junk. Right now, mind you, she had to leave schools in like, I don't know, like grade 6 or something like that. Grade 6 or 7. She moves to a different area. my nigga, when she moves to that different area, I'm seeing some changes in like the way she was. She used to be this like sweet little girl, and I'm like, okay. Fast forward, she turns 18. Immediately, I see the link in the bio. I'm seeing her promote that job. I'm like, God damn. I never ever thought in my life I would see this woman naked.
Good thing I didn't put a bet on that. Oh, and speaking of bets, gambling is next. Parlays have by themselves ruined the financial dreams of millions of Gen Z. Because with parlays, it feels like you're not putting much up. And if you already hate your job or you're trying to make it out, you're gonna take the risk and throw in something you can lose, like $10 or $20. But that ends up adding up, and as you keep losing, you end up losing like half your week's salary over some stupid ass.
I was never one to be into like sports betting. I see niggas do that shit. I'm like, you niggas are lame as hell, bro. That shit lame as hell. Until a nigga hit me up on some, oh yo, Davion, you get $100 for free if you do this thing, bro. All you gotta do is like use my referral code or some shit. And I'm like, oh, say word, a free $100 to gamble with? I mean, who gonna say no to that, right? So, boom. I'm broke as hell at 19. I'm like, shit, I need to get some money anyways, bro. I ain't have no job. I was looking for a job, but them niggas weren't hiring me. So I was like, you know what, the next best thing? Let me just start betting, bro. It got to a point where I was waking up about early as shit, betting on some like international soccer games randomly. I remember this one time I hit though. Like I bet on like Iran, and like two others on a 4-leg parlay. I think I bet like $5. That shit turned into 50. I was like, shit, bro, that's food. That's food. Cause again, nigga, I ain't have no money and nigga was hungry. Ended up keep going. I don't even think I used all the money though. I kept going and I just ended up losing it all. And I was like, damn, bro. Trying to get that $10 to turn into 100, like. Bro, that should be adding up. Niggas only be posting their wins, bro. Just mind you that, bro. You go on IG, you go on Snap, niggas will only post their wins, bro. They're not gonna post the hundreds of dollars they've been dumping in there.
Prediction. My opinion is sports gambling is way more of a problem for us than traditional gambling. Like, I feel like that was the problem more back then. Although we definitely got our addicts for that too. Kick as a platform is pretty much meant as a funnel to stake where you can play slots to your heart's desire. Sports betting wouldn't even be that bad if everyone doing it actually had the disposable income to. But there should be no reason your whole paycheck is going on a bet. And it's really hard to stop because when you do get those wins, you always think you could get one potentially with another bet. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been getting a whole lot more of sports betting app ads a lot. It makes no sense too because I live in Texas. I can't even gamble here. So why are they even pushing it here when it's banned? Like, it makes zero sense to me. It's almost like they know people can use VPNs to do it anyways. And they be giving some crazy ass bonuses just for you to join and make a single bet. Like, who wouldn't take a free $100 to bet for just a tiny risk of forever being indebted to the app and watching every single one of the 500 bets you made in the past week? Just a tiny risk though. The sports betting industry growth is so insane when you look at the chart. Just 7 years ago, it was only $209 million, and now it's around $4 to $6 billion. If this ain't an indication of a recession, then I don't know what is. People's doing anything to get money. I guarantee there's some dads out there risking their paycheck and if their kids get to eat, just to see if the bet will hit of LeBron getting over 40 points in a game. Next, we got caffeine. And it's time to be open and honest, y'all. This is probably the thing I match closest with. My excuse is, though, I only take pre-workout on days I work out, which is 5 days in a week. Not really a good excuse, though.
I think I might have ADHD, and here's why, right? Anytime I take an energy drink or like any like bit of caffeine, that shit does not work on me. Like, it immediately makes me like tired. It does the exact opposite effect on me. Makes me tired as hell, and I'm just like, damn, bro, I'm not trying to do this shit no more. And like, I searched that shit up, and I'm like, damn, bro, apparently it's a sign of ADHD or some shit. But them energy drinks don't work on me. But anytime I get an energy drink, shit, I'm touching that Red Bull, bro. Bro, I hope that shit does something to me, bro. Red Bull gives you wings, my nigga. I'm trying to fly.
But trust me, I can quit anytime. I just need a little powder sprinkled in my toothpaste to get my bones jolting. Caffeine addiction is probably the easiest one to get because when you're tired in a day and need a little boost, it's one of the few legal substances you can take to boost your energy. Sadly, they banned the original Coke formula, but I've heard there's ways to get around it. It also doesn't help that on TikTok, people will post their favorite coffee recipes or drink they got at Starbucks. Then people run to the store to get the exact same one to see what the hype is about. Everybody all of a sudden also started drinking matcha and making matcha everything.
Nigga, matcha is ass, bro. Matcha is so ass, man. I be getting bubble tea with my girl, but she be getting like a matcha shit. I be getting some like brown sugar pearls and shit. She's always like, David, I try the matcha. Anytime I drink it, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll like it this time. I drink it, it's like, this shit is grass. Like, you're literally drinking grass. Like, how do you like this? Like, this is not good.
Matcha pancakes, matcha noodles. A couple of years ago, would have seen something like this and fried you on the internet for even having it. But now all you gotta do is post the trying matcha noodles on TikTok and people will love it just because it's matcha. Where the did all this matcha talk come from though? Like, matcha is cool to me, but how did they get to the point where we're facing potential global shortages of it because everyone's having it? Also, having energy drinks is more commonplace now. Like, I remember in the past, if you told someone you was drinking energy drinks, they thought
if you told a nigga you drink energy drinks back in the day, niggas would think you're twacked out, bro. On me. Now, anytime I see a nigga drinking a Monster, I'd be like, yo, this guy's heart is about to explode. Like, you are going to die. My mom out here telling me, oh yeah, Dave John, don't drink them energy drinks, bro. They gonna kill you. I'm like, damn. Them should start looking like the devil, especially Monster. Cause I was seeing them conspiracy theories about Monster. You know the logo? It would be like 666 in like Hebrew or something. I don't know. I'm like, damn, my nigga. I'm not trying to go to hell. Shit, I'm not trying to die.
you were cooked, providing for 4 different families on a 1-man salary while getting 4 hours of sleep. Every company now, for some reason, has their own line of energy drinks. Like, who is deadass drinking the Toxic Waste energy drink and the Sonic the Hedgehog energy drink? Actually, that last one might not be too bad. Might need to have me a grab it. I think caffeine addiction is also rising too because a lot more people are sleep deprived nowadays. It's a blessing for real if you can get 8 full hours of sleep in this time. So when people are tired, they say, why not? Let me just get 1 energy drink for the day. There is a very big risk with it though, and we can't forget. Energy drinks have only been getting used a lot more in the past 2 decades, so we still don't have long-term studies on their effects. And there's even tragic cases about it, like the case of Katie Donald. Katie Donald was a 28-year-old teacher and fitness enthusiast, and she always tried to live a healthy lifestyle and had a lot of caffeine through the day as one of the things. She would have 3 energy drinks a day and a caffeine supplement on top of that before going to the gym. And
like, at that point, you're literally tweaked out. Cause I'm not gonna. I literally seen studies. You're only supposed to have like 200 or like to 400 milligrams a day. I'm pretty sure a Red Bull itself is more than that. On top of that, my nigga, do you want to like? Do you want to unalive yourself, bro? Like, your heart is and you're just going crazy on that.
By the way, the recommended max amount of caffeine you're supposed to have in a day is 400 milligrams. Depending on how much caffeine those drinks had, she could have been having like 2x or 3x the daily limit. But even if they were smaller amounts, I think we can all agree that just the sound of having 3 energy drinks a day is insane. Crazy. And in 2021, Katie had a heart attack and had to be put in the hospital. Where 10 days later, she sadly passed away from the effects of it. So if you're near having 3 drinks a day, it might be time to reconsider how many you're having. The best schedule for people that do want to have caffeine is 5 days a week with at least 2 days off it. The more you have it, the more tolerant you get to it. So it's always better to have a little reset just so the effects still hit. It's also a problem too that kids are now starting to have energy drinks. When Prime released its energy drinks, there was parents complaining that their kids were having them and it was causing problems. I don't know what type of stress these is even going through to be having energy drinks. I only started.
Yo, I saw the Prime logo literally says not intended for the children. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely let my little brother have some Prime, but
started drinking them after having some adult type responsibilities. Before 18, I wasn't having them. And once again, parents strike again at not monitoring their kids, because how do they even get access to these energy drinks? Since I said I only have them when I work out, we might as well throw gym in there as an addiction. Some of y'all might think it's odd that
before we get to the gym, the only times I think I've actually ever used an energy drink is, boom, I'd crack some shit, right? I'd take her back home, bro. It would be late as hell. I'd be tired as a mug, bro. I'd be tired as hell, bro. So I'm like, shit, bro. I need to get an energy drink so I don't die on the road, you know. So I don't hit one of the and just crash or something. Another time is hey, but them late night Minecraft sessions with the bros. Hey, man, I'm trying to stay up and enjoy my time too, but I'm not trying to be on some. Yeah, I got you, bro. I'm bro. Nodding off and shit like I'm on some fent.
that gym is here, but if you see how fitness social media is now, you know how bad it can get. There's been a lot more of a rise in gym influencers since 2020. I'm glad the gym is becoming way more popular though, because in general, it's good for everyone's health. But the lengths some people take to look like some of the influencers online is unbelievable. It's universally known now that a lot of influencers online straight up use performance enhancing drugs to look the best.
100%.
One of the biggest known cases I would say is The Rock. Everyone knows for his physique at his age, it's almost impossible for him to look like this without taking some type of performance enhancing drug. He always denies it and says he doesn't use them, which no one believes. Because when your job is to look the best, a lot of these influencers and celebs feel like they have no choice but to take them to keep up with everyone. And people in the gym community point out all the time who may be fake or real. One of the biggest gym influencers on YouTube's job is literally predicting from years of experience what influencer or celeb transformation is real or fake.
got a hair
But even
transplant.
if the influencers doing it are natural, it's never good to compare yourself because their entire job is meant to look good. Like, they can spend hours at a time in the gym every day to look like that. Meanwhile, the average person usually gets out of school or work and can have 1 or 2 hours max. And it leads to people thinking they have to take the same drugs those influencers are taking. Nowadays, there's people who will show their journey through taking steroids or testosterone casually. I guess it's kind of good they're being honest, but like, can you imagine people did this for any other drug? Imagine a meth addict showing their journey of taking it through the years. And the people taking these drugs are getting younger and younger because they look up to these guys, ruining their whole body before it even got time to fully develop.
The way I was brought up, I didn't even know what creatine was, bruh. I thought creatine would have you twacked out, bruh. I was like, if I heard creatine, I thought, oh yeah, you're not natural. That was so stupid of me when I like, the thought process was so stupid. But my mom was always getting on my ass about the protein shakes too. She's talking about, oh yeah, your kidneys are gonna be cooked if you drink that. I'm like, damn, my nigga, I can't live no more. So, bro, I'd actively be staying away from the protein shakes and then creatine. I remember my friend back in like grade 9, he told me he was taking creatine when he was hitting the gym. I'm like, oh, so you're not natural. I'm looking at this guy. I'm seeing this guy how built he got back into grade 10. I'm like, oh, this nigga's not natural. This nigga's taking creatine. Yo, this nigga's twacked out. Now, mind you, creatine is in every piece of meat you eat. So, I ain't know, bro. I know, but yeah, niggas was talking about like, oh yeah, you take the creatine, you gonna be bald, you gonna lose all your hair and shit. I'm like,
It's okay to accept the fact that you probably won't reach their level, and if you do, it'll just take you significantly longer, which is fine. Like, bro, you got decades of your life to reach that type of build if you want to. You don't gotta rush it when you're young. And the reality is, you probably won't even want to keep up with that type of physique because it'll be too much work. The last category we got, which 90% of my audience will relate to, is unemployment. Unemployment is the new cool lifestyle that everyone's getting into.
I'm 34.
34? Okay, what do you do?
I am a risk taker. I'm a road runner. I'm an entrepreneur.
I mean, think of it. You can nibble off of someone else's work for free while laying down on a couch and watching your favorite TV show. Society's become so cooked that anyone who quits their job or anyone who's applied to more than 5 and got denied just give up and decide to live that lifestyle. You even mention the word job to certain and they start quivering in fear for their life. You know what? I'm feeling pretty evil today. Let's go ahead and go on a TOS run to get me packed out of here real quick. And I do want to put a disclaimer. What you're about to hear may be disturbing. Job, employment, working, career, business.
anyways, we get money over here. I want to know what your guys' addictions are. If you got any, bro, leave that shit in the comment section below. You guys gotta tell me what you're addicted to, bro, because see me, I ain't addicted to anything. But I appreciate you for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, and I'm out.